The calendar may say spring, but winter is about to make a big return.
Yeah, will we need to bring out those shovels again, snow blowers? Let's check in now with Stephanie Mead for our first look at the forecast.
Yeah, probably for select spots. Right now it is dry, it's quiet. We haven't really seen any issues today. Temperatures have been in the mid-30s, kind of the calm before that winter system that we see make its way in as early as tomorrow morning. And right now you do notice a few snow showers out near parts of the Milwaukee area extending into Minnesota, the Plain States, and eventually all associated with the same area of low pressure. This will track in our direction, and it's going to bring us that potential for some snow, accumulating snow. Luckily, I do think for the heart of the morning drive, you will be contending with those snow showers, but I don't think we'll see any accumulation out on the roadways at that point. I think the evening drive might be a bit messier and a touch more trickier than what you see during the morning drive. So here's our Fox Futurecast model, still holding off on any snow late tonight and overnight. It's really not until about 6:30, 7 o'clock when we start to see the first of the snow work its way in with us pretty much through the entire day on Friday. And there could be periods of some intenser snow, which will result in some accumulation in spots. And then by early Saturday morning, should be out of here, and we start the weekend off on a cold but dry note. Temperatures tonight will fall through the upper 20s, 27 degrees. Clouds will increase. We're still holding off on any snow chances at that point. Wind conditions also very much manageable. Now, here's the current snowfall accumulation and what we could see here across Detroit. Again, around 1 to 2 inches here across the metro, further north up near northern Oakland County, Livingston County, parts of northern Macomb County. I think you're closer to 3, maybe 3.5. We'll have timing again on this system and a better look at how it could impact your day tomorrow in the full forecast here in just a few minutes. Roop?
All right, we'll talk to you in a few minutes. Thank you, Stephanie. A second case of measles has been found in Washtenaw County. The exposed person is an adult who was not vaccinated. And here's what they know. They visited a number of places between March 10th and March 15th while they were contagious, including pharmacies, primary care offices, and even a U of M dorm. You can find the full list of places and times of possible exposure sites on all of our digital platforms, including our website, fox2detroit.com.
Also tonight, a man accused of kidnapping a 2-year-old girl in Lansing and killing her will plead guilty in the case. According to the federal plea deal, Rashad Trice admitted to abducting Winter Cole Smith from his ex-girlfriend's Lansing home last July, strangling her, then dumping her body in an alley in Detroit. The abduction sparked an Amber Alert and a statewide manhunt. Within days following a police chase, officers arrested Trice in St. Clair Shores. Trice is expected to plead guilty to kidnapping resulting in death during his hearing Friday morning.
Well, he drove his car into the Detroit River with his 4 kids and his wife inside. Now, more than 3 decades later, after he was convicted of this notorious crime, Lawrence Delile could be released from prison.
Delile's 4 kids were killed. He and his wife survived. They've since divorced, but for the first time today, she told the parole board she no longer buys his story and wants him to stay behind bars.
Fox 2's Charlie Langton joins us live with the latest. And Charlie, you spoke with the judge who presided over this case 35 years ago. What did he tell you?
That's right. He said that this was, first of all, one of the worst cases that he has ever seen in his 3-decade career on the bench. I got a chance to talk to him, but this captured the minds and everyone here in Detroit, and certainly in the 90s. Well, now there was a parole hearing of sorts today to see if he would release from prison. Here's what Judge Colombo, though, had to say about that.
This was one of the biggest criminal cases in Detroit for years.
Police have spent all night looking into exactly what happened when Lawrence Delile drove his car into the Detroit River.
August 3rd, 1989, Lawrence Delile, then just 28 years old, when he told authorities he had a leg cramp that caused his station wagon to go into the Detroit River and kill his 4 children, aged 8, 4, 2, and 8 months old.
He said he had a leg cramp.
Did you believe him?
I didn't.
Judge Robert Colombo Jr. was the judge in the 1990 first-degree murder case who says the jury got it right.
He was there the day before, casing the area, driving around, planning this.
But what was the motive to kill his 4 little kids?
He had a difficult job. He wasn't doing well. His father had committed suicide in the same vehicle. And I had suppressed some evidence where he had tried to do the same thing years earlier, where he tried to blow up the house. There was a leak in the dryer and he'd placed a candle by it.
There was also a confession, but the judge didn't allow the jury to hear it. Not reliable. Yet the media heard it. Was it difficult to pick a jury in this case since everyone was talking about this case?
It was extremely difficult, but I bent over backwards to make certain that Mr. Delile got a fair trial.
Delile was convicted, and the appellate courts affirmed the conviction. Fast forward 34 years. Delile, now 63, wants the governor to commute his sentence. Do you think he's guilty?
Absolutely. I have no doubt in my mind that he's guilty.
Should he be given clemency or commute his sentence?
No, he should not. And he is basically a mass murderer.
There by Judge Colombo. Now, let me just clarify what's really going on here. He was convicted of first-degree murder. Therefore, the judge had to give him a sentence of life without parole. Okay, he'll never get out unless he applies for what we call clemency or commuting the sentence, which is something that Kwame Kilpatrick actually had. But nevertheless, he's asking the governor to just get him out of prison. Not that the conviction is going to be overturned, just that he gets out of prison. He is a convicted murderer, and I tell you, this parole board hearing, it's done by the parole board. So it's not given parole. This is not a parole case. It's a clemency case. Totally different. So we use those words interchangeably. We really shouldn't. He is guilty of first-degree murder. He will always be. The only issue, will he get out?
Likelihood of that happening?
Zero. Nothing. I can't believe it. And Judge Colombo told me that if this parole board gives a recommendation to the governor to let him out, the judge is going to write the parole board a letter saying, no way, keep him in.
It's interesting that his now ex-wife, first said, yes, I corroborate the story that it was a leg cramp, and then later says, you know what, actually, I recant that.
Yeah, basically said that he had Larry had total control over me. He murdered my children. So he doesn't have a lot of support. Now, the Innocence Project has taken this case, but I just don't think the odds are very good that he's going to get. Remember, this board, this is the fact-finding. They'll make a recommendation. They'll give it to the governor, only, though, if it's in favor of letting him out. I don't think it's going to get that far. But we'll see.
Right.
Thank you, Charlie,
really
for that.
interesting.
Right.
Well, the Detroit Lions have cut starting cornerback Cam Sutton, who is currently wanted by police in Florida for a domestic violence case. Sutton is still at large despite an active warrant. Police are accusing him of strangling a woman earlier this month during an argument. Sutton signed a $33 million contract with the Lions 1 year ago. All right, imagine as a homeowner, you step outside and find junk piling up next door. Well, that's exactly what one Highland Park woman has been dealing with for the past month.
And here's the issue. Her calls to the city going nowhere. That is until Fox 2 got involved. Our Scott Wolchek on the story.
Old food like this rancid jar of salsa and a big pile of junk. That's what Andrea Hill in Highland Park has to look at every time she comes outside.
If you have trash, you're going to attract trash, which you're going to attract rodents.
Drums, couches, and old food. It's gotten so bad, it's attracting animals.
A mouse and his mother.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, those friends.
And those appeared after the mess appeared.
After the mess.
Andrea says this mess was piled up about a month ago, and nobody has come to pick it up, and nobody seems to be living here, except for these dogs in the window.
No one lives there.
Okay, but there's a dog in the window.
There's a dog in the window.
I mean, what goes through your mind?
Actually, I'm concerned.
It's a messy mystery on North Avenue. We called animal control, who are going to check on the dogs. Andrea says she tried calling the city about the mess.
The city is not able to assist with it because they said it's home owned and they don't have the manpower to move it.
I was able to get a hold of Highland Park Mayor Glenda McDonald. She tells me the home is privately owned and that the city has reached out to that owner to get them to pick this junk up. She says the owner said they'd clean the mess. They will get a ticket for blight if that mess stays, and further action will be taken, including possible cleanup. But Mayor McDonald stresses it's the owner's responsibility. For Andrea, it doesn't matter who does it.
I just want it actually cleaned up.
In Highland Park, Scott Wolchek, Fox 2 News.
Well, you know this. It's a sports fan's paradise. March Madness underway right now, and we have two teams from our state to cheer on today.
Yeah, how's your bracket going? Michigan State picking up a big win earlier today. Oakland tips off later tonight in Pittsburgh, and that's where we find Fox 2's Jennifer Hammond. She is live now with more, and they are certainly positive, right, Jen?
They absolutely are positive, Taryn and Roop, and I will tell you my bracket's already experiencing a little bit of trouble. I did pick the Spartans to win against Mississippi State. Mission accomplished. I did not, however, pick the 11th seeded Duquesne team to beat the 6th seed BYU. So there was a little bit of an upset today already. In the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies, when they tip off tonight at 7:10 against Kentucky, they're hoping to be the second upset of the day.
We're excited for the opportunity. We definitely believe that we can do it because we've shown we're able to do it. You know, beginning of the season, some of the teams we've played, those high-caliber teams, we hung with them. We beat Xavier at Xavier, so we know we're capable of doing it and being able to do it on this stage. You know, it's what everyone dreams of doing. So why not? Like you said, why not us?
For us as a team, it's awesome. It's what we worked so hard for the whole year. Campy's kind of laid the groundwork. Our first team meeting we had about we want to get to this stage, and kind of this is the reward for all that hard work we put in this season. I mean, personally, it's just something I always dreamed of as a little kid, to play on this stage and to succeed on this stage too. We're not just here to play one game.
Campy always just says, believe in the guy next to you, believe in yourself, believe in your coaching staff. I think this back half of the season we've done a really good job at doing that. I think that's the main reason for our success.
And Campy has had a ton of success at Oakland University. 40 years as the coach there. He is the longest tenured D1 coach right now. He's sitting at 698 wins. He would love to make it 699 tonight against Kentucky. You're going to hear more about the connection between the coach and his players when we see you later on in sports. For now, live in Pittsburgh at the NCAA tournament, Jennifer Hammond, Fox 2 Sports. Taryn.
All right, Hammer. Well, I also had MSU winning, and I also have Oakland winning. But I think if they win, that could just put the momentum into place, and who knows where they could go.
Yeah, it would be an amazing story. And it's not a complete anomaly that a 14 seed can beat a 3. It has happened 22 times since 1985. And certainly Oakland believes that they can do it again. They've played some big boys this season, and they've hung in there. So they've got a lot of confidence, and they do have some talent. They've just got to slow down Kentucky's offense.
All right, we're all pulling for them. Thanks, John. We'll check in with you later.
Yep.